What's going on, guys? I want to give you guys a little idea here for using the 1 minute chart, using the 20 SMA, but maybe looking for a little bit bigger of a price target, okay? A little bit bigger of a TP. So again, some people, they don't like to run that negative risk to reward ratio where maybe you're risking 2 or 3 to potentially make 1. You want something closer to a 1 to 1. Now, the only problem I see with that, again, this is just my opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got them, right? But since I've got one, I'm going to give you guys my opinion. The only problem with that is a lot of times on the NQ, you're going to get stopped out a lot. Okay, so if you're okay with that, that's fine. You know, when you're running a higher, like closer to a 1 to 1, you're going to make more money, which maybe could essentially, you know, maybe help you limit the amount of trades that you take. And there's a lot of times traders, when they run a super tight stop loss, you get chopped up a lot, and then that triggers an emotional reaction to overtrade or oversize. So let's get into exactly how this risk management system would work. You're going to use the 1 minute time frame. You're going to use a 20 SMA. All the same rules apply. You're looking for that close over under the 20 SMA, and then you're looking for the following candle to confirm the high or the low. Okay, so with that being said, the next thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to, in real time, kind of analyze. You're going to analyze exactly what the range is of that 1 minute candle. So we're looking at the NASDAQ. We're looking at the open today, 2 minutes off of the bell. Again, if you have trouble trading this early in the morning, definitely stay away. Maybe sit out 30 minutes, sit out for an hour, and then start to look for setups. But because we're going to start with today's price action, let's actually look at what happened today. So if we look at the 932 candle, okay, 932 New York time, it's a 20-point range. So we're going to give ourselves 20 points worth of risk, okay? If you're going to trade one mini contract, you're going to be down $400 if this trade goes against you. So if you're not comfortable with that, you need to do 2 things. Size down into micros, maybe play 5 micros, and or buy a bigger account. If you're trying to do this on a $50,000 account, that might be a little bit too tight of a stop for you. You might need a 150 or a 250K so you have that more drawdown room, so you're not going to be as panicked when you do take some losses, because again, losses are going to happen. So we're going to look for 20 points, and that's what we're going to do. And 20 points on the NASDAQ, you're talking about potentially a $400 winner. So if you look at this one particular setup here at 9:32 in the morning, your stop loss is going to be as follows. I'm going to put it about a point, right? About a point over the reason why high. I'm going to look to enter when the following candle takes out the reason why low. Okay, so this is your range. Anything in this range, you're going to have to kind of sit through. If we break over that range by a point, you're going to get stopped out. Again, if you're trading one mini, you're going to lose around $400. But you're going to enter into this trade at 9:33, so literally a minute later. Now, if you're going to target 20 points, because the range of your reason why candle is 20 points, that's a 1 to 1. You're risking 1 to make 1. So we need 20 points. So you can see here, the entry is going to be below 20,647. Within 1 minute, it drops all the way down to 20,637. So that's 10 points there. And then next candle opens up and it kind of bounces back, and it's going to put you into a little bit of drawdown here for a minute. And then it's going to come back down and you're going to hit your 20 points because this drops all the way down to 20,616. So this could potentially be a one and done trade. Now, again, if you're going to operate this kind of strategy, I'm not saying to sit here and take 50 trades a day. I'm not saying that every day you need to look for one specific setup and take it and it's going to win. But mix it into your tool belt, okay? As a trader, be dynamic. As a trader, have multiple tools in your belt. If you see a setup, you like the risk, you like the potential reward, put on the trade, okay? If this trade happens to lose and you're on a 50K account, you might be done for the day. If you're on a 250K account, you're on a 150K account, you can afford to take 2 or 3 trades, right? You can afford to lose $300-400 a couple times and then kind of battle your way back. You can afford that. On a $50,000 account, you really can't do that as much. Let's find another setup. Next setup here is 13.5 point range. It's to the long side. You're going to get triggered in on the following minute candle here at 9:52. Now this trade's going to come all the way back down and you might get tagged out. So here's a situation where it depends on where that stop loss is at. I personally like putting my stop loss about a point or 2 outside of the reason why. So look, if the reason why is here, right? Because I like to avoid a little bit of slippage. The reason why it's here, I'm going to drop it about a point under. So the low is 20,588. The lowest we come down to is 20,588.25. So about 2 ticks. If you put your stop loss right at the reason why low, you would have gotten stopped out literally by a tick. Okay. So that's why I say if the reason why low is 20,588, drop your stop loss at 20,587. Okay. What's one more point? Just make sure that you give yourself that cushion. In that particular case, if you did, you would have been in some significant drawdown for a period of time, 10, 12 points, okay? Which is going to be around $250, but then you're going to start to see it starts to climb up, and you would have made about $220, $250. Essentially, all in all, you could have taken 2 trades off the bell, 1 mini contract, and made about $500 to $600. Now, again, sometimes I mix in these type of trades. I do mix these type of trades in. I open up the stop loss a little bit. I give myself a 1-to-1, and I do take these trades. Is it something that I'm taking like proactively, where this is the only setup I'm going to take, and this is the only risk management system I'm going to use? Absolutely not, guys. I'm not going to risk 20, 30 points to sometimes 40 points on these NQ candles and trade in and trade out. Okay, so hopefully this brings a little awareness to a new tool that you can add to your belt. If you're looking for that closer to a 1-to-1, try it out, see how you guys like it. If you do need Apex accounts to try it out on, 80% off right now, use the link down in the description box below. $85 activation fee. You can use code SAVE80. Just make sure you guys are using the link that's down in my description box below. Make sure to like this video, leave me a comment, let me know if you guys are going to try this strategy, try this risk management system. I'd love to hear, how did you guys do this week? Again, look to take less trades the next couple of weeks. We've got elections next week, we've got earnings this week, we've got a lot of stuff coming out of the bag. So just be a little bit more patient and cautious, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.